Hi, I'm Biv. These are my 6 things I didn't know would happen when I got a flip phone. I got a flip phone 2 years ago? Let me do the math. It was pretty soon after my 20th birthday that I got a flip phone. And I'm about to turn 23 in September. I got a flip phone for various reasons, but I'll go over that in a different video if you want to hear it. But these are the 6 things I didn't think would happen when I got a flip phone. Number 1, I don't interact with niche media anymore. And because of that, my taste has become really basic. And so when I was a smartphone user and on the internet, I was exclusively into extremely niche things, and if I looked at someone's Spotify and I saw they had a high amount of monthly listeners, I was like, okay, well, I can't listen to this band because I'm a niche guy who doesn't like popular things. But since I've only been downloading my music, I have no interaction with that interface, and I've no idea how many monthly listeners any of the artists I listen to have. And so it was quite a shock to me when I found out how popular some of the things I had been enjoying were, and I just thought that was really funny. How popular something is doesn't dictate how cool it is, you know? Or how much it aligns with your specific tastes. No. I don't know. I think that I'm gonna move on. But yeah, it felt pretty crazy to, like, just not care about how popular something is before I enjoy it. Okay. Number 2, I don't use photos as memories anymore. And so when I got a flip phone, I was one to take pictures of everything, and I thought that wasn't gonna change. Like, my phone has a camera. I didn't show you my phone. This is my flip phone. It has a camera. It has push-to-talk capabilities. Not that I need that. And I can text and call on it, and download my music to it. And that's all I really need it for. But yeah, it has a camera. And maybe it's the lack of, the front-facing camera, but I've found that I just take way less photos. And because of that, I can't go into my camera roll when I need to remember something about a specific day. That's something I would do often in the past is, oh, I can't remember what date this happened on. Let me go look in my camera roll. But I can't do that anymore. So I'd like to say that my memory's getting better, but it takes a lot longer than you would think to rewire your brain after being internet addicted since you were 7 years old, which makes sense. It's been happening since I was 7 years old. And so it's gonna take time for that damage to be undone. So with journaling and and, just using my brain more often than my phone. I'm sure my memory skills are gonna come back, but, nothing happens as fast as you want it to. So, anyway, on to number 3 is, I wrote all these down. It's a short list. Number 3 is, I exist in silence. So, I used to put on, a show in the background, a YouTube video in the background, music in the background, to do anything. And, as much as I do still do some of those things for some specific tasks, for the majority of the day, I just don't have anything. I just exist in silence. And I didn't think I was capable of doing that before getting a flip phone. I think it's really cool. Like the other day, I was making a collage in my room, and before I went into my room to do that, I grabbed my tablet, what I'm filming on, and I was like, I'm gonna put on YouTube to make my collage. And then I got in there and I got so excited by all of the possibilities for my new collage that I forgot to put on YouTube, and I just worked on it for several hours in complete silence. And I really didn't think I would be the type of person to do that, but I am now, I guess. Okay. Now we're moving on to number 4. This one's a little sad, but I wrote down, I don't exist to people, / I exist on the internet. This is something I found that I was not expecting when I switched to a flip phone. How much less people would talk to me and text me specifically, because I used to be in conversation with quite a lot of my friends over Instagram DMs, but that just doesn't happen anymore. People don't think about me because they don't see me on the internet, and they see so many other people on the internet that they do think about because they're right there in front of them. So I don't blame any of my friends for this or anything like that. I've no hard feelings about any of my friends. I don't blame my friends for any of this, and a phone works both ways, so I like texting people. I'll text people when I feel like texting people. I feel like the amount of people who go out of their way to reach out to me have fractioned, and in some ways I'm really grateful for that, because it really shows you who genuinely cares about you and who is just there to like your Instagram story. But yeah, the other half of that is that some people I know still use my Instagram as a frame of reference for who I am even though I haven't posted in 2 years, almost 3 years. And I don't understand that. Like, the only reason I haven't deleted my Instagram account, which I've highly considered doing because of this fact, is that I like the idea of archives. Like, I don't like the idea of things being deleted forever. And, like, you know, my Instagram could get hacked at any time and be deleted forever. And I don't think I would care if that happened. But I'm just not gonna go through the effort of logging into my Instagram just to delete it, because I don't want to know. I don't want to see how many notifications I have. Don't be offended if you're this friend, but one of my friends, when we were hanging out recently, like, within the last year, posted a picture of me and tagged my Instagram, and I didn't enjoy that. Because what are you tagging my Instagram for? For me to repost it? I don't know. I just don't understand. For other people to follow me? Why would they need to follow me? I'm never posting. Ever. For people to see if I'm still okay? Text me. If you really care about me, text me. I don't know. It's just a bizarre feeling. Okay, let's go on to a more positive note. Number 5, how happy I am. I was one to struggle with depression and more serious things that I won't get into, but I am diagnosed with bipolar, so depression is a part of that. And, like, of course, things still happen in my life that make me upset, or make me sad, or make me angry, but those are real things happening to me, and not Instagram posts making me feel that way. And I found that after, because it doesn't happen right away, like a year into Flip Phone, I was still depressed, and still, you know, not taking proper care of myself, but it takes a lot longer than you would think to recover from something like this. And so I used to struggle a lot with just an overarching sense of doom, just like the heaviest feeling you can possibly feel, just in my body constantly. And after almost 3 years now, I don't feel that anymore. And I do mostly attribute it to the internet. And I attribute my recovery to how offline I am at any given moment. Because even with a flip phone, you can still access the internet. I can still go on my tablet that I'm filming on. I can still go on my computer. It's just how much I engage with those things. And if it's on your phone, which you need for specific reasons, you're gonna be engaging with it a lot more often than on something optional, like a tablet or a computer. I wouldn't say that I'm cured. I'm still mentally ill. But my sense of joy and my sense of doom come from real things that happen to me, not things that happen to other people on the internet that I'm consuming. And now, for the last point, number 6, I didn't order these in any specific type of order. They're not in, like, any type of order of importance, but number 6 is how much I don't care about my appearance. And you may look at me and be like, well, you do care. You're wearing a bunch of jewelry. You have dyed hair. And, like, yes, I do those things. But I don't critique myself in the same way that I did when I was using the internet. I don't have awful feelings about my body the same way as I did when I was using the internet. The less you consume beauty content, the less power it has in your life. And I think that's beautiful. What am I talking about? Okay. Everything that I do to my appearance is because I want to do it. Not because I'm trying to look smacks. Or other terms. I don't know. But yeah, I'm just comparing myself less to people, or I'm comparing myself less often to people because I see less people, which just makes perfect sense. And I guess it is something I did hope when I got a flip phone, but I didn't think it would be so substantial. I thought I was still gonna hate my face and think my body needed to be different and all these things. Like, I was considering getting plastic surgeries that cost thousands of dollars to change my face that now I couldn't care less about. Just a beautiful experience. One that I would recommend to anyone. And like I feel like some of these things people might find obvious about the benefits of getting a flip phone, but they're just things I didn't consider. I just knew I needed it. I knew that this wasn't how we're supposed to live. I feel like that's all I have to say about my flip phone right now. If you have any questions, feel free to comment. If you think I'm stupid, feel free to comment. And if you love your smartphone and you never want to give it up, and you want to let me know so bad, leave a comment. If there's any other type of videos you guys want to see from me, let me know. I am planning on making another video about, you know, why I choose to post on the internet. Even though I'm anti-internet. So if you want to see that, let me know. And thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like my thoughts are pretty incomplete in this video. So if you have any questions, let me know in the comments. But I'm gonna go back to sewing in silence. Have a good one. Bye.